We're live.
All
Hello,
right. Hello.
gamer.
So this is Seiho, the first game. This is Shuusou Gyoku. I'm going to be playing Lunatic, and I'm going to be trying to go for a no bomb. So there are three shot types. There's homing, laser, and wide shot. Homing is considered the easiest shot for survival, so that's going to be the one I'm using for today. We'll get into it now. So I guess one thing that sets Seiho apart from Touhou, at least something that a lot of people like to point out, is that Seiho generally contains a lot faster bullets or a lot faster patterns, but with less density. So this game sort of showcases that a little bit in some areas, not so much in early game. In terms of mechanics, Seiho really isn't that much different in comparison to Touhou. The only thing worth noting, I suppose, is that on the top left of the screen there, right under the score, there is an evade bar and counter. Now, I'll go into that further as the run progresses. However, that is the main scoring mechanic of this. These items that are being dropped by enemies, they aren't power items, they are point items. There are no power items in this game. The way you gain power in this game is, from what I understand, to be over time, as well as it seems to be influenced by how many enemies you shoot down, but I'm not entirely sure. All I understand is that I tend to hit max power by stage 2, or by the stage 2 boss, rather. And power will never go down in this game. So, as long as my power stays at a certain level, at a certain threshold, it'll stagnate there as it continues to go up. Point items, similar to Touhou, they are worth more points the higher up on the screen you collect them. In fact, if you collect them at the very bottom of the screen here, which I guess I'll showcase, they give you nothing. Great. I also don't think they increase rank if you collect them at the bottom like that. Speaking of which, there is rank in this game, and it can be quite unstable. Not too bad overall, but it does make some attacks significantly harder. So getting into the first boss here, this is Milia or Milia, however you'd like to pronounce her name. I guess she showcases some of the attributes I was mentioning about this series before. Some of the faster bullets, like these. That being said, they are completely aimed away from you. And she does shoot some more lasers afterwards, which are static. And I say that goes for a lot of the faster, more intense patterns in these games. But while they are quite intimidating at first, they are usually either routable or static, or prepare for them in some form in advance. So it's not too bad. Another aspect of this game related to that, I suppose, is most of this game specifically is actually pretty consistent. There's not too much RNG in this game. The biggest source of RNG is probably stage 4 boss. That's where like most of the RNG in this run is localized. So, which is nice in that regard, because it makes for a pretty consistent run once you learn it. That being said, though, I guess to counteract that a little bit, resources in this game can be quite stingy. So overall, there are only 5 lives and I believe 4 bombs you get throughout the entire run.
5 lives. Damn.
5 lives in total. There's 3 extra lives and 2 extra bombs you get. All of them are from either mid bosses or enemies.
That's not a lot. That's not
a lot. No. But again, that being said, it's still a pretty, once you learn it, it is a consistent LNB. A lot of the difficulty in this game really comes down to precise execution, which will be showcased later on. Early game specifically is actually it's pretty tame. The stage sections especially, as much as I do enjoy and love this game, I will admit that the stage sections are not its strong suit. Especially these first 3 stages, there's not really much going on in them. I guess I'll go ahead and I'll further explain the scoring mechanic here. So the way this game's scoring works is that as I graze bullets here, like I'll graze this for example, that evade counter in the top left goes up. As it goes up, that bar next to it will also fill up completely and gradually deplete over time as I go without grazing any bullets. Okay? Once that bar depletes completely, that evade counter will reset. That was an extra life, right? That was 1 of 3. That evade counter will reset, and it'll give me a set score bonus, which you can see at the top of the screen here. Not only that, depending on how much evade I have, it'll raise the point item value by, I believe, 640. I think that's the number. Regardless of where you collect it on the screen. Not only that, it'll also raise the value of bullet cancels. So this game's scoring is heavily tied to the grazing. I guess appeals to some people. It is quite fun. That being said, it means nothing for survival.
Warning!
Because you don't get any... Well, yeah. Yeah. You don't get any resources to score in this game. You only get resources when the game gives them to you. So, scoring and survival are pretty disconnected in that regard. So this is the stage 2 boss. This is Mei and Mai. They are a double boss fight, interestingly enough. The only real gimmick is that their HP values are independent of each other, meaning that they activate their own phases separate of each other. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and activate their phase 2 at around the same time here, which I did, because I want to make sure I have enough room to misdirect this attack. Where she sprays that volley of purple bullets. If she corners you during that, it could be quite difficult. That's okay. Overall, this boss is quite fast-paced. It's actually about to die right now. Okay, it doesn't even last a minute. Alrighty. Oh yeah, so I guess I'll mention death bombing doesn't exist in this game. It does exist in the demo, interestingly enough. However, I don't know what happened during the full release of this game. Basically, if you try to death bomb in this game, not only will you not save yourself, you will lose a life and then use a bomb directly after respawning, essentially wasting extra resources. So, it's important to try and play as careful as possible if you're playing this game for the first time. Don't ever try to go for death bombing. It'll nothing for you in the long run. I guess I'll explain rank a little bit further. So getting rank in this game is fun, because no matter what you do, it is going to go up regardless. The way it goes up is what you'd come to expect, killing enemies, collecting points, not dying and all that. But also in this game, grazing raises rank. So it makes it very hard to do any sort of rank manip if you decide to go that route. It's not really viable. Because no matter what you do, it is going to go up regardless, just playing the game. This is pretty cool. Someone drops a bomb. That is the last bomb in the game, by the way.
Last bomb, damn.
That's the last bomb. So right now I have 4 bombs in stock. That is all I'm getting. That being said, I'm going to try not to use any of them.
Whoa, is that a wavy effect on the sides of the screen?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. I do think this game looks quite good even now. It is an early Windows game for sure, but I do think its aesthetics held up pretty well. The music in this game is quite good too. It's all composed by Zune, of course. I think it's one of his best overs.
Ooh. We're getting a bit of little bit of I think it's an issue on the player side of things. Do you think this would be a good time to quickly reload the stream?
Reload the stream? Do you need me to pause?
On our end. Yeah, if you can pause for just a second. Alright, hit the reload. Okay. Let's reload here quickly. Alright, we'll lose your stream for just a second here, and it'll be back about now. It's back.
Okay.
Alright, we're back. Feel free to keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a minor the stream delay went over 1.5 seconds, and there were some bitrate issues. But yeah, feel free to keep playing.
Okay. So this is Gates. He's the 3rd stage boss. I'd say he's probably the first real part of this game.
That open attack looked straight out of a Touhou non.
Yeah, I know. So this showcases some of the faster bullets this set of games is known for. However, these purple bullets, for example, are aimed away from you. Those yellow rings were aimed at you, actually. So this attack I'm going to safe spot because it's very random and obnoxious. The safe spot by going up to one of the top corners of the screen there. This is just RNG. That being said, it's not too bad. Okay. Now, if I played aggressively enough, I should be able to kill it before he does this attack again. Cool. 3rd phase here. So this one attack makes everyone's eyes bleed the first time they see it, but thankfully it's a static pattern. So. Right. This is probably the hardest attack in early game. But it is also static. Now, I would like to showcase what this final pattern does if you time it out, but okay, this will stop shooting. So it does. I got scared. Basically, what will happen if you try to time that attack out, those red bullets will start to close in on you. It'll force you to move only vertically, which is fun, I guess, but it does require you to do a very, very tight dodge at the very bottom of the screen. I'm not gonna. I'd rather not lose my resources over something stupid. Okay, stage 4. I'd say stage 4 is probably the only real difficult stage section in this game. It's definitely the most involved. I'm going to be speed killing a few enemies here. This is the first one. The stage features a lot of these homing enemies, which are very obnoxious. They can blindside you very easily if you're not paying attention to them. So generally, when they appear, they are my top priority. Here's another enemy I'm going to be speed killing. Alright. So this is just aimed stuff. However, it does force you to go through some of these red walls here. Okay.
When there's a good moment to pause, don't like force it, but when there's a good moment to pause, let us know. Because I don't think your internet likes my streaming server.
I think so. Here, let me
reload
pause again.
Okay, yeah, reload it again. We're having some. Yeah, it seems like reloading it fixes it for like a couple minutes, so that we can do that. I'll let you know when we're back. We're back.
I'll continue.
Yeah. Again, we are trying out a completely new streaming system with like the ultra low latency, and so there's bound to be, some cases where, oh no, you can't stream at 0.5 seconds latency.
Okay, I mean, I figured.
I mean, yeah, we are currently running at 1 second of latency, which is amazing. Like, I am seeing your game. 1 second of latency, isn't that amazing?
So this is Marie. She's the stage 4 boss. She's a big, big hurdle in this game because she has a lot of RNG. So, first attack, you can safe spot. There are going to be a few waves I'm going to be looking out for throughout this fight. I'm going to be looking out for her red waves and her purple waves. Her first red wave is coming up right here. Alright. Not too bad. Okay. So now if I end this attack early enough, I should be able to skip the second red wave. I have to dodge here. Good.
Nice.
Okay, second red wave. Okay. This green wave looks obnoxious, but it's static and safe spottable at the very bottom. Purple wave here. Oh my god. Okay. Those purple waves are the hardest part of her attack or of her fight by far. They are very, very RNG. That wave especially. Oh yeah, this boss doesn't have a hitbox. I guess I should. Wasn't on. I died there, unfortunately.
Aww.
That's okay. Alright, I'm gonna safe spot this so I can get in preparation for this attack. So this is the first instance of Boap, I guess. And it is by far the easiest one to safe spot. I can stay here. And now her final attack is actually completely static. That's it. One death to Marie isn't bad.
Nice.
That's quite good. Quite good. I will just say my estimate is 30 minutes, but this game is quite short.
It's all good.
I don't know how much.
Your estimate could be changed by like 1 hour because it's the final run of day 1.
Okay, well I guess that's fair.
That's the cool thing about ending a day, a marathon, or ending a day of a marathon, is that oh no, I completely messed up. Let me just reset the entire run. Let's go again. More content.
There you go. There you go. Oh, by the way, this stage section is over. That is the shortest stage section in the game.
Wait, what? This is the boss already?
Yeah, this is the mid boss. I'm gonna safe spot this because I failed the safe spot. That's awful. That's really bad. I don't know how to dodge this. Okay, cool. So what I would have done there is I would have gone inside the pattern and safe spotted it. I haven't died to that in a long time. But that pattern is actually quite difficult, especially on higher rank. So that's fine. Anyway, Stage 5 boss. He's not too bad. He's also not too easy either.
That's a
Probably
big
his hardest
stride.
attack. This is probably his hardest attack. Have to do one more wave of that before it ends.
There's something that, like, the combination of, like, retro shmup patterns with Touhou style music. There's just something about that.
Those smaller lasers bounce off that bigger laser, but I mean, as long as you stay close to it, it's just sidestepping.
Speaking of that, Barrett, do you want to explain us why this is technically not a fan game?
Not a fan game. Yeah, that's static.
But why?
Oh, okay. I forgot what attack this was for a moment. Those arrowheads are in the way from you. After that, it's just basically random. This attack can be kind of obnoxious if the RNG is bad. Really, it was not too bad there. This is all aimed, thankfully. Okay, so final attack. As long as my rank is high enough, which it should be, there is a safe spot in the bottom right corner that I'm going to utilize. I don't know why this works, but it does. And then this part is static. I'm gonna have to do a series of very scary dodges here.
And we're good. You can keep playing. We're just gonna quickly, like, as you're like state transitioning, quickly reload the stream one more like time. It looks like your stream is stable for like 2-3 minutes. You can hit the reload now, and then it happens. But yeah, you keep playing. You don't need to pause this time. We're doing it on the stage transition.
I mean, not much happens during the stage.
That was a really funky effect that just happened on stream with the bitrate. That was really cool.
Oh.
There's like the left and right glitched out, but the middle stayed the same with like the wavy pattern. That's an artwork right there by accident.
Sure, I'll say that's intentional. I'll say
that looked really cool.
The stage is all just aim stuff until it ends. So not really much to talk about. I'll explain. So we're coming up on the final boss here. She has 3 separate phases with 3 separate health bars. Her name is VIVIT. Her first phase is very complex, and I don't really think I'll have the time or energy to explain it properly. But basically, the way it works is that she has cycles of attacks that she can go through at random order. So right now, her first attack, I have no idea what she's going to do. I'm going to have to react on the fly. But depending on what her first attack is, I will know what the second attack coming up right after will be. And then I will be going in blind once again. So she always does attacks in pairs, essentially. There's one attack where she does 3 attacks in tandem. I don't know, it's a little bit weird. So going into this, I have no idea what she's going to do. Okay, so I know what this attack is. I can now prepare for the second attack coming up. It's going to be where she shoots a bunch of arrowhead walls. Okay. Okay. Now again, I have no idea what she's going to do. As scary as that is, it's static, thankfully. I can sit still for this attack. I have no idea what she's going to do again. Now I know what the second pattern is going to be. Okay, again I'm going in blind. Okay, another pattern, the fight's going to end. Okay. Alright. So, her second phase now is going to start off with a pretty hard attack. Quite random.
Oh my god, there's some fast dodging you have to do.
Yeah, okay. Thankfully I dodged it. I'm going to try and kill her here before she... There you go.
Nice.
Let's direct these lasers to the side. They're all aimed. Yeah. This attack is RNG. I'm going to try and alleviate a lot of it by following her as best as I can, but there's a chance I will get walled here.
Oh great, random chance of getting walled.
So I didn't. And this final pattern I'm going to shotgun and kill before it even fires.
Nice.
Cool. Her final phase now its main thing is that there's little to no RNG in this phase, yet it still manages to be the hardest one. Because a lot of her attacks require very precise and strict execution.
Oh, quick question. Do we need to ending block this?
I mean...
If it has an ending.
So. It does have an ending, so maybe, I guess.
I mean, isn't like... Didn't Soon, like, take part in this development of the game?
Yes, but the only thing he did was he included Reimu and Marissa as extra bosses, and he drew their portraits and did the music.
Okay.
Game. He didn't do any of the time.
So this doesn't like fall under like the general Touhou policy of don't show endings. Okay.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
This is the hardest attack in the game.
Oh my god, the lasers are tied.
It's very tight and it's static, thankfully. This is also a pretty difficult attack. I'm not surprised. I was gonna die to one of them. Okay. Her final pattern here is a victory lap. You can safe spot the entire thing except for one pattern, which I will showcase, I guess. This part right here you have to stream. And that's it. And that's the run. Over.
Nice. GG's.
But,
hey,
like
2 laps, 2 bumps remaining. Let's go.
Yeah, so that was a 3 miss, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good run. 3 miss at a marathon. Let's go.
So, this ending sequence is kind of ended. I don't know if you want to show it in its entirety, but
it's so good. I just wanted to make sure that like if we need to block it early or not, because like obviously we do have a system for blocking the endings for like regular games, but I don't think we need to block this.
I wouldn't say it applies. He doesn't do any of the art.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we don't need to enable the ending blocker.
I do have Alan in this.
Yeah.
With this shot too.
Oh, you have. Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah.
And I think I'm one of 2.
PvP,
because no one else plays this game. So. But it'd be nice if they did. This game is notorious for being hard to run on modern hardware, but a new source port was released like a few years ago because the source code was given out by PvP. Makes the game a lot easier to run. So it'd be nice if more people started playing. It's not as inaccessible, I think, as some people find it to be.
All right. Yeah, you can talk about anything you want because this is final run. We don't have a schedule anymore. It is over. It is day 1 is done. That's how quick it goes.
Yeah. So,
where did the last how many hours? Where did the last like 14 hours go? This felt like 3 hours.
I couldn't imagine. Can't imagine.
I feel like it's like 4 p.m. I feel like we started this at 2 p.m. and it's like 4 p.m. right now. That's how I feel right now.
That's it. I can end the run here.
Do you stream? Do you stream?
I do stream. I don't stream on Twitch usually. I do have a Twitch account, but I don't very often. I do stream on YouTube under the name Innocence.
Ooh.
I do occasionally. I do mostly Touhou.
Go
ups, although I do
subscribe, I guess.
I guess.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I do other stuff as well. I do music and all of that. I do covers. That's about. I do whatever I want to do. Channel basically.
All right, gamers. That is the end of day 1. I'll have some final words for all of you on the intermission scene, but since this is your your own VOD, you obviously get to do your own outro. So, anything final you want to say before we transition?
Not really. I mean, thanks for having me. It was fun. It's my first time participating in an event like this, and it was.
You did amazing commentary, by the way, for this being your first time ever. So that's pretty cool. You're like natural at this.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know. It's not something I'm accustomed to, but I appreciate it regardless. That's it for me. Thank you.